We were nominated for a Microsoft Australian Partner Award for Excellence in Small and Mid-Market Cloud Solutions. What you're about to see is our original submission video with some bits taken out of it. It did have a bit of financial information and also some information about a competitor, but I've taken those bits out and I've cut back to me to sort of make it flow a bit better. So let's get started. Hi, my name is Elliot Munro from GCITS. This year has been all about building the complete cloud practice. And for us, there's been one customer who's allowed us to really explore what that could be. We're empowering nearly every aspect of their business with the Microsoft Cloud, and the end result is a completely integrated cloud solution tailored to fit their business model and industry. We're taking care of everything from beautiful hardware secured by cloud device and asset management to enterprise-grade collaboration tools protected by disaster recovery and backup. We're delivering industry-specific business intelligence with our own packaged IP, a templated solution to simplify their expansion, and we're partnering with local dynamics experts to provide CRM capabilities. We've used the experiences we've gained from working with this customer to launch a scalable new product for the Australian tourist park industry, Tourism in the Cloud, the complete IT and cloud solution for tourism businesses. This case study is on Allswell Communities, a park management company in Brisbane with a single goal.
The vision for Allswell is to be the best park management business in the world. So to be able to do that, we have to incorporate the best systems, the best management tools, and hire the best people we possibly can.
Allswell are a startup. They're about 3 years old. They were hatched under the infrastructure of a larger company and they suffered for it. There was a lot of friction between them and the technology because it wasn't built for them.
We piggybacked on the services of a labour hire company, and their IT division provided us with IT services, which were disjointed. The server didn't quite give us what we needed. The access to the IT services were not quite as good as they could have been. They were offshore. They weren't as responsive because we weren't their main business.
They were looking for another IT partner that could help them, and it came down to us and a competitor who, on the face of things, does pretty much what we do. We struggled to compete against them. We knew we were selling a better product, but we needed a way to communicate that to our prospects. One of the takeaways that we took from the Microsoft Australia Partner Conference was that we should be differentiating with our own IP. There are so many people that are selling Office 365 and doing migrations and deployments that unless we're offering something unique and something that adds value, we're going to find it difficult to cut through. As a bit of backstory on Allswell Communities, they manage tourist parks, and tourist parks run their business on this software called NewBook. It's a widely used cloud-based booking and reservation system that's taking the industry by storm. Now, our idea to differentiate ourselves from this unnamed competitor is to use this data from NewBook to create our own packaged IP. And not just NewBook, what about all the other services that Allswell uses? Things like Xero Cloud Accounting or Phonebox for call tracking. This is exactly the opportunity that we saw in Power BI, and it's exactly what won us the contract for Allswell Communities over its unnamed competitor. Out of the box, Power BI will connect to a number of different services, things like Facebook, Google Analytics, and MailChimp, but it won't do everything, so we needed a way to bring data from these cloud services that Allswell uses into a supported data source for Power BI. Now, at the time, we couldn't afford a developer to build this, so we set out to build it ourselves. Using courses on the Microsoft Virtual Academy and our MSDN internal use rights, we built console apps that run as Azure Web Jobs that pull data from the NewBook, Xero, and Phonebox APIs and put that into Azure Table Storage, which is a native data source for Power BI. Then we built these templated reports using Power BI Desktop that connect to the table storage and give an up-to-date view of the data from any device. We documented our progress on our blog. We got feedback from some of our existing tourist park clients about the sorts of reports that they wanted to see, and then we took it along to one of our first meetings with Allswell. When we pitched this to Allswell alongside our IT services for the managed parks in their head office, it changed the conversation. Suddenly we weren't negotiating over hourly rates or SLAs, but we were brainstorming new ways that Allswell could use these reports to become the best tourist park management company in the world.
We found Power BI to be extremely insightful. It pulls all the data from our park management software, NewBook, pulls data from Xero, pulls data from Microsoft 365, the email system. We can see how many people are making how many phone calls a day, how many emails are coming into the business, how many are being made by the park managers. We can really analyse the revenue and costs across the business, and it's just a snapshot.
Drawing that information from Power BI and having that information at our fingertips means that we have the ability to make those business decisions in an instant, whereas before we'd have to draw that information. It takes a lot of time. We might have missed our window of opportunity. So having that information as a live feed is just invaluable.
Once we were engaged by Allswell, one of our first tasks was to help them to set up a productive work environment. We provided the Surface Pro 4 with docks powering 4K monitors. We installed a Microsoft wireless display adapter in the conference room, and then we delivered on-site training showing all the staff how to use the new devices.
We can walk with the Surface Pro into our boardroom, project up onto the wireless projector, and just use it. Flick through your PDFs, use it just like you would a normal tablet.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I touch screen everything now though. I take my Surface home every night. I pack it up, I chuck it in my handbag and off I go. It's great. I pick it up, I come in here, I make a phone call. I can go somewhere private. I don't have to worry about being away from my computer. I just bring it with me.
The Surface Pro 4 is a fantastic gateway into OneNote, and it's a collaboration and productivity tool that Allswell have embraced.
We use OneNote a lot as a company. We have pages set up, our work in progress pages. We have a meeting every morning where we discuss who's doing what for the day, what's on our agenda, what we need help with. So we use OneNote for that.
We use it every day. Everyone uses it in here. It's great for even just putting all of our park contacts on, put my wine there, my books, all those things. I love it. I'm a convert.
Every user has a personal notebook, but they also use the shared team site notebook on SharePoint Online. Allswell are also using SharePoint to securely store and collaborate on all their other shared documents. It's a single source of truth for their data, and it solved a lot of problems left over from the old system.
It's one of the greatest things I've ever used, in fact. Anyone in the office can access any of the files anytime. We can all work on the same files. It all syncs back into the document that you're working on. It's a great tool for all of us as a business, and it's a great peace of mind for me knowing that everyone's working on the same files.
Allswell are primarily a park management company, but they also work with investors who require secure access to confidential information to run proper due diligence. We're using SharePoint with Azure Information Rights Management to lock down that data with special permissions.
We share quite a lot of sensitive data with investors, financiers, and we find that the data rooms are a great way to do that.
Allswell Communities are looking for a single integrated platform, though some of their requirements go beyond the typical SharePoint customizations that we're used to and extend into CRM territory. We've built a mutually beneficial relationship with Beyond CRM, a Brisbane-based CRM partner that's built a CRM offering specifically designed for growing small businesses, so that we can provide the most complete solution and also to help increase customer lifetime value. We've connected Beyond CRM with Allswell Communities, and Allswell Communities have agreed to go ahead with that solution.
Well, GCITS introduced a business called Beyond CRM. We wanted a CRM which provided us the flexibility to be able to grow the business to a lot bigger scale than what we were at the time, but we wanted something now that we can build on for the future.
As Allswell Communities take on new managed parks, they need to ensure that the systems are in place to easily onboard and manage their new assets and resources. In Allswell's case, we standardize everything with Office 365. Hardware is managed by Microsoft Intune, and we make sure that their accounting, phone systems, and reservation platforms are connected to the head office's Power BI dashboards.
GCITS are unreal. They are fantastic. I've never been serviced as heavily from any service provider in my life.
That level of service is just amazing. Like, we call you guys and nothing's ever too much trouble and you've always got the answers. It's so good.
We've used our experience with Allswell to launch a scalable new product for the Australian tourism industry. We worked with our Microsoft account manager to build a go-to-market around it, and we're marketing it as Tourism in the Cloud, the complete IT and cloud solution for tourism businesses. In its entirety, Tourism in the Cloud includes Office 365, Microsoft Intune, Azure Backup, Power BI dashboards, and unlimited IT support. 2 weeks ago, we launched it as a solution at tourism.gcits.com. We've deployed Tourism in the Cloud to 10 parks around Australia and New Zealand so far, and it continues to do very well. Now, I'm going to leave this video here because the rest of the submission focuses on some less interesting non-Allswell stuff. But if you've made it this far, you've just watched about 80% of our MAPA video for 2016. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment, but thank you very much for watching.